Guys, what's going on? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, today I want to talk about a story that's sickening. And it's a story about a guy who wound up setting his father's fiance on fire. They got into a fight. I guess an argument ensued. Nobody knows for sure. But what is known, this lady had to jump out a 3-story window in her home on fire and run the neighbors for help. Now, the thing that's disturbing about this whole situation, the person that did it was her fiance's son. Now, I don't know whether the guy lived in the house or not, but it's all the same, still messed up. You don't assault somebody that's that close to your father. I'm gonna play a press clipping. I keep saying that, press video, and it's gonna explain a lot. And we'll come back and talk about it with an update on the story. Check it out.
New video released today shows the aftermath of a man setting his father's girlfriend on fire. It shows the moments Robbie Robinson Jr. is taken into custody, and you may be surprised to hear what he had to say to officers. Here's Luke Jones with more on that part of the story.
Kyle, it was shocking to all of us. A woman on fire leaping from a window 3 floors high. And based on what the suspect was saying, you'd think it was a shock for him as well. But police say that couldn't be further from the truth.
In the back!
A Fairfield Township police officer racing to the back of this home on Arroyo Ridge Court, where he finds a woman down on the ground with severe burns covering half her body. They've redacted this portion of the video to respect her privacy.
I gotta breathe. Okay. My inhaler's in the house. I can't breathe. They knocked my teeth out.
A short time later, you see the man accused of beating her and setting her on fire. Her boyfriend's son, 23-year-old Robbie Robinson Jr. walks toward the officer, seemingly clueless as to how the woman he calls his stepmother ended up on fire.
I don't know what happened. It just went off, bro. I try to stop. So I find out what's going on.
All right, what happened? But police say he knew exactly what happened because they say he did it.
Water with gasoline, he threw it on her.
That's Dennis Williams on the phone with 911 dispatchers after his dogs alerted him to the commotion in the yard that backs up to his. He runs outside to find the victim pleading for help after leaping from this window 3 floors up.
She told me she jumped out of the window. So I immediately looked up, and that's when I saw smoke coming out of the window.
But Robinson appears shocked to hear she made it out.
Is there anybody else in the house? Who?
My stepmother.
Your stepmother jumped out the back.
Oh, she did? He's handcuffed and later booked into jail on charges of aggravated arson and felonious assault.
Hey guys, there's the video clip of what happened. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's obvious that something's wrong with this boy. Now, whether he batshit crazy or functional crazy, what he did was messed up. That's a heartless act. You wasn't that crazy enough to know that fire burns. So don't give me that you didn't know what you was doing. And I'm going to say another thing too that pisses me off. This lady in the update, guys, is in a coma right now. Now, I don't know if it's self-induced or it's a natural, she naturally just fell into a coma. But if you go back and you listen to her talking, she said she can't breathe. I guess she had asthma. A lot of times when people get set on fire, they inhale the smoke and the flame and stuff, and it singes their lungs. So her being in a comatose state might be a healing process done by the hospital. But either way, an assault on a woman like that, that's not cool at all. I ain't feeling it. Now, I don't know if he got issues, mommy issues or whatever, but I'm going to make a statement real quick. And I don't know if this got anything to do with, this is what I thought about when I heard this. A lot of times I talk about, ladies, when you have teenage sons and stuff like that, a lot of men don't want to deal with it. The same thing go for women when a man is a single father and he had a woman come in the house. Because a lot of times, and I think, honestly, Robbie Robinson Jr. lived in that house. He thought he was the man when his dad ain't there. You know what I'm saying? She probably, and it's going to be a bump in their heads. You know what I'm saying? I'm his son. Well, I'm his fiance. And I think this is one of the situations that brought this thing to a head. You know what I mean? Did you see how he looked? He got that hot coat on out there and something. He tried to escape. Though she was burnt up, thought he was going to burn the house up and run out. What kind of person is that? A crazy one. Ain't that much crazy in the world. If that was my son, besides disowning me, what he did to my fiance, the woman I love, yeah, you're a grown man now. You don't need me to take care of you. You understand what I'm saying? So you in the world of, making your own way, all the knowledge you got from me and your mother, you should know the difference between right and wrong. What you did was messed up. I'd fire him up. I mean, I would beat him like I didn't know him. And he better not show his face. You disfigured a woman that loved your father. Think about that. Your dad is not going to be, he's going to be your dad, but he's not going to be your father, where he going to take care of you his whole life. That man got to move on with his life. You grown and should be out the goddamn house. The fuck's going on? Think about that. You burned the woman up that your father loved, and she loved him. He's going on with his life, and you are threatening that. That's how I look at it, guys. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, well, a lot of people had this unconditional, oh, it's unconditional, my son, my son. Listen, when people do evil, there's no excuse for that. This was a heartless, callous act. Might have been jealousy, which I think it probably was. Sometimes a lot of people refuse to grow up. Remember the movie Baby Boy? Remember Tyrese was mad because his mom wanted to move on with her life and he was grown. It was time to push him out the nest. Might be the same scenario here. He hate the woman because he feels as though she taking his dad away from him, thus his freedom to do what he want to do. I guarantee you he lived in that house. You punched her in the mouth or hit her in the mouth with something, then sat there and poured gasoline and water or whatever they said it was on her. The lady got to run outside smoldering, begging neighbors for help. I'm embarrassing this. Did you see how high the window was she jumped out, guys? You talk about horror? To put somebody through that loves your father and means well in the house? No. Now this lady in there fighting for his life. He gonna come out the house. She made it out? Yeah, she made it out. By the grace of God. And I give credit to the fast acting neighbor. A lot of people turn their back when they see something like that. Oh, it ain't got nothing to do with me. But when you see something that messed up, you got to step in and help. And he did. And honestly, he saved her life. So he should feel good. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to the neighbor. But man, it's a big problem we have right now with a lot of men that act like children. Well, a lot of people, period, that act like adults that should be well on their way into building their own legacy. And that's all this is about, legacy. Men build legacies. You know what I'm saying? Part of the legacy is getting a good woman by your side to help you fulfill this legacy, which you and her can be a part of it and build something great. Now you got your kid from another mother trying to destroy that. Guys, leave me a comment, man. Tell me what y'all think about this story. This is the craziest mess I've ever seen. I can't even fathom my children doing this. I mean, and you guys probably can't too. But I think he has some problem. Robbie Robinson Jr. got some problems. And I think this right here should have been prevented. And I think this is a buildup. See, a lot of times, people like this, they don't get told about themselves enough. Or they get complacent because they get used to you saying stuff to them. And then, threaten them like, hey, I'm going to put you out. Hey, this going to happen. That's going to happen. It never happens. So they get used to it. It's water off a duck's back. It's a damn shame this lady had to suffer for something where he shouldn't even been where he was in the first place. Then you try to burn the house up, your father's house. He worked hard for it. Man, look, drop me a comment, man. Tell me what y'all think about this. This is crazy. Crazy. I don't know if it's entitlement. Listen, you could be crazy as you want to be. When you start messing up what I'm trying to build, and I'm already in the twilight of my life, the sun is setting on my life, and you want to set it up to where I got to start over, woe be to you. I'm telling you, I would not go for that, blood or not. He need to be ashamed of himself. Did you see him in the court? Look at him. He came to TV court like that. He balding on the top, looking crazy. You know something wrong with him. I'd have been crazy right along with him. As always, guys, leave me a comment. Like, comment, share, and subscribe as usual. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's sad. I hope this lady makes a good recovery, and I hope they can continue to move forward. This is sad. Disgraceful. Take care.